What is up, comic fan? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and today I'm going to be tackling the comic book first appearance challenge that was started by Alex, the comic hoarder, I believe, but Mad Spidey tagged me to share a little bit. So I've put some restraints on myself per Mad Spidey, and let's see if I can knock this out. First things first, as always, let's thank the channel sponsor, Big Time Collectibles, for sponsoring the monthly Legion Loot giveaway for the channel members, as well as Justin Comic over on Instagram. If you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit him up. Use that promo code WeAreLegion and take advantage of the current special offer he's got running right now. All right, let's get into it. So like I said, there's this brand new challenge. I don't know if it's brand new or not. There's this new to me challenge going around the YouTubes where people are asked to share 10 first appearance comics out of their collection, and I believe that it started on a person's channel called Alex the Comic Hoarder. That sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen a video or two of his. It's a bigger channel, and but Mad Spidey, one of the members here in the community that's closer to myself, he's on my channel hanging out constantly, and he's got a fantastic channel himself. I was watching a recent video of his, and he took on the challenge. So I'm going to do my version of the challenge and then tag 3 people at the end, just like Spidey did, because that's kind of the nature of this challenge, to share these 10 first appearance comics that you have and then tag 3 friends to do the same thing. So Mad Spidey, in his video, he did point out that his were all Marvel books, and he mentioned me because he thought that I would have some good DC books to show. So today I pulled only DC books, and for Mad Spidey, who is not a slab collector, I made sure to pull all raw books. And then to take it a step farther, I tried to pull stuff that was intentionally not so spotlighty. You know, you've got the first Blade, you got the first Suicide Squad, you got the first Venom and all that people see all the time. So I try to grab some stuff that people don't necessarily see all the time, and I try to make it a little bit relevant as well with current comic book stories. So let's see what we can do with that. So let me get this set up here. I got my actually did a little bit of work beforehand and took some screenshots, just from Key Collector. So this is kind of how I use Key Collector. I actually had to go in. Huntress was hard to find because they credit Huntress #1 as her first appearance, because there's the Helena Wayne and the Helena Bertinelli. So first up first is DC Superstars, issue number 17, lucky number 17, you guessed it. It's the first appearance of the Huntress, the character, period, her first debut ever. And this is from 1977, and this is Helena Wayne. It wasn't until the 80s with the Huntress issue number 1 that we got Huntress Helena Bertinelli that is in the current continuity, as well as the most recent Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey movie that they did. But this is a gorgeous issue, very, very high grade copy. I scored this one from a local shop, Dead Media Collectibles. Absolutely love them. I'll try to remember to link them in the description below. As I name stuff off, if you're wondering if I name shops or people off, I'll definitely try to link them. This next book is no stranger to anybody. This is one of my favorite DC stories. It's outside of the normal DC continuity, but it's one of the most culturally relevant comic books to have ever been written by none other than Alan Moore, and that's Watchmen, issue number 1. Another one that these two you can get at definitely good prices. They're very easily obtainable. There should be a good many of them out there. Watchmen never goes out of style, especially not in my book. And this is also a very clean, high-grade copy. So in this, we get the first appearance of Rorschach, Dr. Manhattan, Silk Spectre, Ozymandias, the comedian. It's just a definite book for any DC fans collection. Now, next one. And it was difficult for me not to just pull all my Jack Kirby first appearances from DC. I left them all back and grabbed one specific to represent all of them. And I thought this was a great one to use because you don't see it much, and it's also relevant for what's going on in current comics. And this is from a series called DC First Issue Special, and it's issue number 1. And they spotlighted different characters throughout the series. Like we got the first appearance of the version 2 of the Manhunter, Mark Shaw. We got the Dingbats was one that Jack Kirby did. It was kind of a goofy ragtag street gang of kids, but this one is probably behind Manhunter, my favorite one that Kirby did for that series. And this is issue 1, and this is the introduction and first appearance of Atlas, who's just like you would think. He's a man of incredible strength from an ancient time period, and he gets brought into modern comics. So why is this one relevant today? Well, there is an upcoming series coming out from Tom King called Danger Street, which is going to be focusing on the characters of DC's first issue special. So I'm totally hyped for that. Looking forward to it. Creeper's in there, Dr. Fate is in there, all kinds of great stuff. But yeah, so this was from, 1975, when Kirby came over in the early 70s and just started doing all kinds of awesome stuff for DC. So next up, from 1986, now we're getting into a little bit of the love of some of these characters big time here. We got Swamp Thing issue number 50. I think this is technically the second volume. The first volume ended at like 46 or 47, and they started the second volume, kept the number the same, but whatever. So this is number 50. This is the first team appearance of the Justice League Dark before they were branded the Justice League Dark, but this is the first Justice League Dark. So this gorgeous issue I actually got from panel surfing on Instagram. I got this and a Legion of Monsters Marvel premiere at the same time. So first Legion of Monsters, first Justice League Dark is fantastic. You've got Swamp Thing, Deadman. You've got Etrigan, Phantom Stranger, the Spectre, Dr. Fate. I mean, just an all-star cast of people in this. Love Swamp Thing, absolutely love Etrigan, love the Spectre, just the whole team. I just love the Justice League Dark team. And what's so special about this issue is the first appearance of that team. It's also the death of Zatara. Zatanna's dad dies in a seance when he just sacrifices himself for the greater good of the team. But even more importantly, this current dark crisis kicking off at DC Comics has the Great Darkness coming. This book is where that Great Darkness is originally sourced from. Like it's a good one to have. It's definitely great. Now let's do one that's a little more familiar, but I had to include it because I haven't gotten it graded yet, which I definitely will, but there's a great story to go with this one. And this is another one of the, like, everyone's favorite DC characters. Like when you're a DC fan, you just love this character no matter what. He's the main man. How can you not? And that's Omega Man, issue number 3, the first appearance of Lobo. So that's Keith Giffen that created Lobo there, and this is 1983. So this one actually got in a 10-book lot off of eBay. It was just listed as Omega Man lot, and I got it for $20 after shipping. And that is a high-grade, clean, crisp, nice copy. Very thankful to have scored that one for the collection. Now, if you follow my Instagram page, which is also linked in the description of all my videos, you would have seen this book pop up, but I have to share it again because it's another one that's just really, really close to me. I absolutely love it. This is All-Star Comics, issue number 58 from 1976, and this is the first appearance of Power Girl. That's that Supergirl from Earth 2, the OG Supergirl, kind of rolling in right there. And they introduce them on a team called the Super Squad. And then you have the JSAers down below. So this comic heavily featured the Justice Society of America, a team that I love. Green Lantern, Alan Scott there for the win. But just super underrated comic right here. Some Jerry Conway story. I think it's Mike Grell artwork on that one. Next up, because he's popped up here recently again in comics, he was in the Suicide Squad stuff, and I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot of him in the Dark Crisis. So I had to pull out none other than Green Lantern, issue number 29 from 1964, and this is the first appearance of the Black Hand, who was big-time character in Blackest Night and all that kind of stuff, and he kind of just fallen off the map, but he is back. He is back, and we'll see what goes on with this Dark Crisis, but that's a John Broome writing and Gil Kane art on that. And this is a mid to lower grade copy. It's definitely not a beater copy whatsoever. That's actually a clean mid-grade copy right there. So yeah, that's an awesome one to have right there. So keeping it with the older books, let's keep it in 1964 for a minute. And this is going to be Justice League of America, issue number 29, the first appearance of one of my favorite teams in DC Comics, none other than the Crime Syndicate. So that's the Earth 3 counterparts of our superheroes. You have Ultraman, Owlman, Superwoman, Johnny Quick, and Power Ring, the evil Justice League, basically the Crime Syndicate. So they are not featured on the cover, but this is their full first appearance. There's actually a close-up video of the interiors of this on the channel in the comic close-up playlist, but I did grab the issue right after it just to give you a picture of them if you've never seen them before. They're just some awesome little reverse counterpart characters. Some really cool stuff. All right, we got two more to go. How can we top some of those? Let's go with this one next. Got two more. So we're going with 1964 still. And this is from the creative minds of Bob Haney and Bruno Premiani. And this is Brave and the Bold, issue number 54, the first appearance of the Teen Titans. And this is definitely a low grade is better than no grade copy, but I got it for dirt cheap and I absolutely love this thing. Also another pickup from Dead Media Collectibles. And this is the first appearance of them. They did not get the name the Teen Titans for a few issues after this, but this is the official first appearance of the Teen Titans, which featured Dick Grayson Robin, Aqualad, and Wally West Kid Flash. It's also the first appearance of Mr. Twister up there. As kind of like an early weather wizard. His little magic staff there could control the weather. So it's cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I'm super happy to have that. I got a lot of Teen Titan stuff at CGC right now, but not that one. So finally, the last one. You know you weren't getting out of this video without seeing some Superman stuff. And we pulled back all the way to 1961 for this one. And this is Adventure Comics, issue number 283. There's a lot cool about this book. It's not only the first appearance of the Phantom Zone, which you have the Phantom Zone projector right there hitting Superboy, the awesome Mom Pa Kent on the cover with him with all the dialogue. But the Phantom Zone's super important in DC Comics. That's where they like house all the criminals like Zod and all of them. And speaking of Zod, this is his first appearance. So this is not just the first appearance mentioned of the Phantom Zone, but the first appearance of General Zod. And as you see down here, this is a graded copy. It is not encapsulated. This is a service that CBCS offers that's called raw grading, where they'll take your book, they will grade it, assign it a grade number, they'll seal it in archival Mylar, and I think these are called fullbacks or something like that. And they put these tamper-proof stickers or tamper-evident. That's it, tamper-evident stickers. If you were to open this, it would not reseal. It shows that it's been ripped. So this is as slabbed as you can get it without actually going through the process. And I bought this as is in a raw grade from Guaranteed Comics, who I had on the channel for an interview. Jesus over there is a phenomenal individual running a great website, Guaranteed Comics. And you can find him and myself with Sector 2815 on that show, Guess That Key, every other week. So be sure to check out Sector 2815 on YouTube if you have not already. But boom, I was just so happy to get the first appearance of General Zod. So that's it for this. I kept it raw, I kept it DC, and I kept it off the beaten path. So I hope you all enjoyed that, Mad Spidey. That was for you. So now it's my job to tag 3 people. You want me to put maybe in this? I've got to tag 3 people. So let's go with War Machine Punisher for one. And I mentioned them, and I definitely would love to see what he pulls, but Sector 2815 for the other one for sure. Now let's see. Let's take it out of country. Let's hit up our buddy TM Nerdy up there in the Canada. So War Machine Punisher, Paul from Sector 2815, and Trav TM Nerdy. If you guys are so inclined to do this challenge, I'd be very excited to see what you would want to share. So let me know in the comments which of these you like the best. Be on the lookout. There's some awesome other stuff coming. Also, if you have not checked, the free comic book day video is up on the channel now. Be sure not to miss out on any great stuff coming out. And until next time, guys, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.